Hey guys, welcome. If you're seeing two black bars, because I haven't saved the video yet, I apologize. It's something to do with the project settings. There's no way for me to fix it unless I redid the whole video. I have to drop all the clips, so it's impossible. This way, the res is still pretty high though, so I apologize if there is the black on the sides. You guys don't miss this. There's some really good stuff going on here, and I was just they put out a fire. Their eating is one of the most insane places. I believe there's Almas people here. It's just incredible. Watch. So I'm right here, right? Watch this. They're walking. Oh, sorry, it's right here. Look at them walking. With footprints and everything. That's a footprint right there. See if I can zoom on it. I haven't been there yet. Watch. It's right there. It's right there. And then look. Look how disturbed it is. And then look at the sea, you guys. It's insane. It's one of the most incredible. I mean, look at the size of the footprint. Watch. There's nothing else could have made that, you guys. There's a footprint right there. That's why they use this, because it's never, like, flawless. Sometimes. Look at that seat. This guy's got more tridents than anyone. Look at this. This is incredible to me. There's no way I can be in his seat. So someone is like, oh my God, he's in Xavier's seat. You know, it's like, so what? Bring it on. Oh, whoever's this is, it's. I'm not supposed to be in the seat. There was a deer. I see the deer? Right there. There's hoof marks. I think it is a deer. But they come later, you know, they're like part of it. This is where he comes and hangs out, but he doesn't clear things and put tridents there. Remember, there's at least 20 to 30 tridents within 20 feet of me. I'm not kidding. 30? Like real good ones, so like real tridents. Look, every single one is field goal, that's a trident. Everything is a trident there. And then look, you guys, look how disturbed. I'm talking disturbed, like these needles just fell. It just fell. And then look, he cleared that like today, like like since I've been here, like it's been just cleared. See how the sun's setting it? Look how clear it is right in the sun there. And look, what you get to see from here. Are we starting to catch on that you've been supporting the best in this, and I have to leave because no one goes to Patreon? It's an amazing thing, or helps me on PayPal or whatever. It's like, do you guys, I mean, I'm more, look, I don't even care. I'm out. I'm done. But I don't care. It's like, it's still bewildering to me. This is another seat, equal in size, if not bigger. It's bigger. Oh, so there's one right there. Look at this one right here. I might start the video this and I'll put the rest in. You can see how I got here and all that. Well, whatever I filmed on the way. Look at the difference. This one has the pine needles, I told you, look. See a deer went through here, but never stopped, nothing, he's just walking through. Of course he is, you have no choice. You guys, the way they set this up, we all walk at the same place. There's only designated paths, Sasquatch highways for the most part, and a game trail or two. But they walk on their highways just like you see like a moose walking down a dirt road. They just walk where it's easiest. Look at this, you guys. This is all. Remember, you got to the pine needles just fell. This would be all black dirt and mulch. So it looks old, but it's not. Look. That's what was done at the other one. I can barely get that stuff off. I mean, you think a deer could do that? Nope. It's these guys. Remember, I want to remind you that we only have a certain, like, yeah, I've shown you hundreds of them, but we really have never, like, we don't know exactly who is who and who's doing what. It's an incredible thing. I'm one of the only people in the world that actually does know. That's the catch. And The world's not ready for it. You're not ready for anything. Only a few of you. It's an incredible thing that we can't move on. I'm mind melted over it. Look at that shot. I should get my zooming camera out, but I'm too lazy. Backpack. I just said before in the camera, I'm like, I know you guys did that. It even looks like it. You can tell they did it. It's all like decorated. There's, like you can't see here, but when I was up higher on the road, you can see there's all leaning sticks on it. They literally made. I filmed them in the middle here. Not there, but I was up there and I filmed out there. You guys saw it recently. So they've done more now. So I noticed that right away when they cut that. Remember, so you guys, I showed you that timestamp. I was way up there, but I zoomed there and I showed you them in their magic, right? Well, it was somewhere over there, but look, they're all there, are their glyphs now. I couldn't really show you because I think I was worried about that ball, but look, so they've marked all of this. That military crest. It's not an accident. Remember, I have videos that will. Right now, it's so good if you just made that run. I think that's where I filmed that bear earlier this year. I was in that forest. There's seats in there. Most of what's on those seats are little, so if you zoom there might not be a giant Bigfoot looking at you. Oh wow, those X's. So they did that right there recently. You can see they do it after the cuts. See it? It's one of their structures. And then up there, I think I'm seeing it now, an X. That's why I stopped. It takes me a lot if I'm not going into one of their places, to actually stop and get my this out of my backpack, because it's on my back and I'm riding the motorcycle. You can see that from here. I can sort of see that, like it looks like an X. That whole crest that comes down. Here's why. You guys, I can prove it beyond any reasonable doubt. It's 100%, and so are a lot of people. I even have a scientist on board, everybody. They are only, what I film, I can only speak for here. I'm assuming the carries over there. You're gonna hear it here right now. These guys are only, these worlds where they set up, where I'm showing you the most beautiful tridents and structures, it's been there forever and ever, right? Are only on what we call ley lines, which we have covered up. They're real ways to travel that we covered with ley lines, saying, so the modern, like our humans can use a map. All right, I want to show you what it looks like out here. I'm able to kind to sneak up through all. I'm jumping over. They have piles and they're like not quite that big, but you should see what I have to get over. Like no one's coming up here. It's pretty amazing. I'm in love with this, you guys. I barely took a look, and it's all happening right in there. So this is the GoPro. I have 3 cameras with me. Let's grab this one. Once I get in there, I'm gonna do some zooming. I'll zoom right in on them. Hopefully, except that I just said that. It was a mistake. Sorry. I mean, I won't do that. But at first, just for the first 5 minutes, it might be similar because this is where you gotta walk in. They were over there when I walked in. Terry, remember you're like, Terry's like sending me pictures. He's like, just look over there. I think that was you, Terry. Watch this. You can see they walk here all the time. There's been a deer. It looks like a deer. I'm starting to wonder if these guys have hooves, or some of them have hooves. Here's that first seat. This is exactly what I did, except this will be more steady. Amazing. The most hard-headed imbeciles that we've ever dealt with are coming around. Because what's happened is over time, I tell people they see the following I have, and I think that's what gets them. It's you guys that did it. I could bring Bigfoots to their house, and they still don't believe it. It's when they see masses saying, "Great video! Oh my God, I see them!" and all this stuff. That's what does it. And then the guy finally goes out. Oh yeah, I filmed him right here. There was a seat. Oh yeah, look. You know, you might not believe this, but I felt like it then, and I felt like it when I left, that they knew that I was actually coming to really kind of zoom on them. How they know this stuff is just a bewildering situation. It's some kind of energy. It's not telepathy. It's sort of like telepathy. I think that's one of the mistakes. It's called energy overload. We're all connected to this energy, and humans weren't told about it. So we're just, think of it as a one-way connection where other beings have both ways. That's the way I would look at it. I haven't seen any of this video, but the reason I'm even talking right now is because I feel like that happened as well. So I think you really like this. It was amazing. I'm almost sure they put a fire out that was just getting to their seats. I don't know how it could have went out otherwise. I'll explain how. This is not the first time I've seen them monitoring fires. It's an incredible thing, and eventually an executive decision will be made. It's all about human free will, even if it's an accident. I hate to say this. I'm just kidding. I don't want to admit it to people that I'm frustrated with, but you very well, I know it's hard to believe because we can't understand numbers. We think numbers are, we can't deal with high numbers, but you very well, finding it almost impossible to believe, may be incredibly special. Just the fact that you're here in any way at all. And a lot of times it won't feel that way. But I'm here to tell you guys, it's really beginning to look like any life on this earth, in any form, if you got here as a bug, you were doing pretty good. So as a human, even lied to, kept in the dark, as a slave, whatever you are, you're still blessed to be here. And your real purpose is been held from you, I believe. People's lifelong goals weren't to work at Walmart, never pay their bills, struggle, be miserable, pick any job. Walmart's actually a pretty good job these days. You make like $22 an hour at Walmart. But still won't make it, right? No one makes it. Do you really think that the intention of a creator of a world was for you to come here to work, suffer, and then just die? No, this was presented to us in other ways. Remember, in this world, free will is everything. Anybody's allowed to do anything. The consequences are typically elsewhere. But it's possible that some of them do, some might. Another one there. And then interesting, look, you have all that, and then there's one right there with all that around it. And then if you walk up around, that's where you hit this giant open highway. That's clearly marked. It has a seat right in the middle of it. I've never seen anything like it. And it leads to the other seats that I found. I've got to go there. That's the major, but I'm not. Take a guess how many times I have filmed an X or a trident or some kind of crazy shadow over a seat. Just take a guess. I have no idea. An incredible amount of times, you guys. I'm going to do it a different way, and then I'm going to go beyond, and so it's good. Like I said, it's going to be a whole different video. Something's been sitting here a lot. Right there, it looks like a deer. I think they come in as well, you know, but they don't do this. Oh, I get it now. Okay, so it makes so much sense to me. What maybe as we go through this video, it'll make more sense. But what I felt when I left there, so it's the Almas people. He's right there. These guys, you will never see them. They are super duper powerful people. They're like little people, but they're like little Bigfoots that look like humans. Their faces, they have fur, and they're all over up here, and they've been filmed by people many times, close up as well. But they're not huge fans of people that I know of. Like, they're totally cool with you, but like they're not going to hurt you or anything. But man, will they super duper like overwhelm you with this energy overload and not let you see them or not intermingle. They're not going to whistle. These guys, it's, you know, we're these big humans. I think there is some, because of that specialness I was telling you about, there is an arrogance that we carry, and there is like an FU sometimes, I think, from the other side in a nicer way. Like, you know, who do these humans think they are, basically? And I'm making this up, but I don't think it's that far away, like off. It's the Almas. Wow. Well, I know there's many others here too, I saw, but the Almas have this, and it's no shocker, but I just wasn't even thinking about these guys. It's them. Okay, so they're right there. I see them. I know them from my videos. They're the Almas. They're all a part. They're just a part of it all. You know, they could be anywhere, anytime, in any forest, and you wouldn't think it would be them. So this is William Laffey's picture. I believe he took. I know William. I've even broken that picture down. I don't. I'm assuming it was in New Hampshire because that's where he is. He got that. It's just a really clear picture of them. That's we call them. Look, if we have the name wrong, so be it. But for now, it's the Almas. Until they tell us no, it's the Mass Al. Then, you know. But for now, it's good enough. And it's just like every other term we have wrong, like Bigfoot and stuff. It's not their name. Either is Sasquatch. Okay, these are all terms made up by human beings. As you can see, I have all this done somewhere in a folder, and I couldn't find it really quick. It's on another hard drive, so I just went to William's page and grabbed it. So he's put a frame around it, and I think he just changed the color is all. But I actually have seen this in better. There's better versions where you can see them perfectly, but this gives you an idea. I mean, I can actually see their eyeballs and stuff. It's amazing. But with the color, it did take away a little. Hey, just for reference, just keep in mind that the last time I was here was just days ago, which is something I hardly ever do, is go right back. I love to, you know, I love to go to new places, but also just to show them that, you know, I'm cool. I'm not going to just come running back like, you know, any other human for money, or, you know, you can trust me. But for me to come right back means it's good. Well, mostly it was that, but it's mostly because I just didn't see enough. Like you guys, the influence here is off of the charts. I cannot even put into words what's going on in my head as I'm trying to talk. Like, I just try to ignore, but it's nothing going on. It's just this field I'm in. It's like some kind of field of energy or something, or I can't explain it. That's the other thing. They don't help you with that. It's like, it really looks like in a lot of cases, it's just simply was etched in stone that humans weren't supposed to see this, or humans weren't supposed to know this. Things like that. They'll even tell you human cannot see this. Things like that. I have a lot of people that will have experiences that have been with them, and then they'll actually been walking with them. Like, they take them with them to their thing, to their side, and will tell them, you need to stay here. And it happened to Alex, and Alex is like, why, Alexander? And he's like, human cannot see this. He was very serious. There was no wavering on it. He said you weren't going to argue it, basically, when he told you. And I think I can see this. There's a great reason for that. And I believe once you're inside and you're meeting these reasons, it is the greater good. We are little babies compared to what really goes on. We are sheltered little babies that need heat and air conditioning and shopping malls, and we don't see it, and then we want to act tough over it, you know. But look, in real reality, we're not. I'm the first to admit I'm a spoiled little. Yeah, I fake it and bust my ass, but really, ultimately, I'm a spoiled little baby that would love to sit on a yacht somewhere. No, I'm just kidding. You know what I mean? But I think that's really all of us. We are special. It's been taken. It's being taken from us. You know, even the thought that we could be. So look at this. You can see even everything is marked, even the top of the leaner. I used to do videos called Top of the Leaner, remember? So check it out. It's just way too much of a coincidence. The fire ended right there. This is a tremendous, tremendous fire, you guys. I could tell you a story. It's called Colorado Bigfoot Saves Millions of Acres. The governor of Colorado followed me after that. He knew all kinds of secrets, that guy. And he couldn't tell, but he would love to watch about it because he knew some of the, he gets a book and whatever it is, especially in this state. And, just like a president, they barely tell you anything, but stuff that he does need to know. And I think some of this is covered. I don't know for sure, but he sure seemed interested. And they were there determining whether to because remember, human free will. It's something I determined 100% is taken into consideration in everything you do. The only person, the only being on this earth, the only occupant, right, Joe, on this earth that can affect your free will at their free will would be another human being. And one showed up in a ball. What's his name? Is the one I saw, but someone else. Trail of the Bigfoot. What's his name? Chris Connor. Sorry, Chris. I didn't mean what's his name. I meant I just couldn't remember your name. What's up, Chris? I don't think Chris watches every video, but he might. Sometimes he watches. Those guys told me I was really happy with those guys. That's what made me like Chris. Chris is a pretty serious dude. Like he can be fun and stuff, but he's also when he does this, he's pretty serious about stuff. Like I knew I was years ahead of them because of the guys I was with. So when I saw them, they were doing nothing wrong. Like doing a great job. Like he'd be climbing up a ladder to put a trail cam. This is something I tell Chris if he was right here. About Chris was going to come out and they never did. I don't know what happened with that. I think something happened with Mark. Watch this, you guys. This is too good. So I have to finish the story. That's on a boulder. Wait for this. I didn't know it was going to be this good so quickly. I'll finish the story in a second. That's how you know, I don't make anything up. It's all. That's why I know I'm too dumb to ever tell a lie. I always tell the truth. Because I could never remember. I wouldn't remember tomorrow. I'd be like, hold on, what did I say? So it's easy. Look, Patreon Elephant. So if you ever just tell the truth, if you just tell the truth always, I don't know why people find it so hard to believe that there's actually honest people out there that never lie. It's more people than you think. We just see the idiots. You don't get to see these great people that much. They're not really on social media and stuff. Social media is done by Satan, okay? It's a great thing and it's also a bad thing. I wouldn't know most of you guys if I didn't have that. That means that I couldn't show this to you without it. So that's a good thing. So it's up to you and how you use it. What is that? Why? I guess, look, it's not an accident. I'm gonna do something real bold here. I'll tell you that they put this fire out. They saved that forest. Too much has just been destroyed. Miles, millions of acres. There he is. That's not an accident. And they're together, always. There's another one. Look where he is. Another one's right there. Always together as a team. They're always, look at it. You guys, they put this fire out. I've witnessed it with I've done things like I told you on levels you could never imagine, and really will find, even if you completely trust me, your brain won't want to believe it, right? It's a crazy thing. I'm like that. I'm just about over that. But man, it took doing what I do to get over it, you know? So I think it's really... Whistle. You guys put that fire out, didn't you? So here's what they do. You ready for this? I'm the only one that can tell you this, okay? They call in I call them, well, it's hard to say what they are, but they call in the ones that can make a decision. The one that can come up and give me a hug right now if he felt like it. He might get crap from someone else, but there's one that makes a decision. They show up. When he showed up, this ball starts happening. And then he just appears there on one knee, almost like Superman getting here. I mean, he's just like, he just gets here, and then he will evaluate the situation, like forest fires, things like that, if it's okay to intervene. If they don't get the okay, they will let the forest burn to a crisp. If not, it's put out instantly somehow. They can instantly put it out. You guys, let me show this to you, okay? This is all happening right now. I haven't had any time to think about this. It happened while I was just filming. The fire, you guys, it's everywhere, okay? There is no way it could have stopped on that stuff. That stuff, I could put my lighter. You know, you need like kindling and stuff. You don't. That stuff is all old, petrified stuff. I could literally put my lighter and start a fire on that X. So there's no way. This was one of their spots. You could tell. It was seats. It was all mulch that got burned here for a long time. And you're telling me that it didn't catch onto this stuff? There's no way it would have kept going. These guys put it out. It's one of the most special places I've ever seen up here. It's insane, it's big, and there's lots of them. And they call in, what's his name? He decided yes, and they put it out right here. How they do it, I have no idea. Ours got done by another whistle. I have it. You guys, it's all on video, and I have all the timestamps. You can see the bubble showing up. It was Chris Connor that actually showed it. He's like, look at your video. She's on a trident. Let's see if I can do something with them. You guys would not believe the whistle fest I just had. They won't eat. I know it's them. I threw it down. He watched me. He was remote viewing me. I'm telling you. I'm like, are you remote viewing me? He's sitting on that branch, on a trident, just watching me. Look, it's a teepee that goes uphill. It's like a half a teepee. Look, with the trident, it's a lean-to, so you sit underneath it. It's got a seat. Watch. Impossible. Look, it's impossible. You'll only see. I can show this to you. I know every spot that's at. The first structure I ever found was held up by a stick like that. It's still there. And it's all a giant structure, though, not just one tree on it. It's amazing. Watch. Watch how this goes in there. So I was saying people are coming around there because they're finally watched. Like they watch, they're like, fine. Instead of like being a complete dick. You guys, I don't think these people are real. I'm telling you, it's what Roseanne's saying. Like they were there's other people too, like lots of influential, real important people telling you this right to your face. They are already millionaires. They have nothing to gain. They're on the good side. And they're saying that's how they did it to us. They surrounded us, which are only supposed to be the most special life. Haven't you ever felt that? Like, why isn't it like Goldilocks here? What aren't we supposed to be enjoying some special time? Yeah, still in awe, not knowing who we are and all that stuff, but it would have been more magical. We would have had little bluestone steps to your beautiful little house with a gate, and everything would have been incredible. That's the way life was supposed to be. There would be 100 million of us right now on this earth, scattered throughout the earth. You would barely see anyone. And I just think they told me there's something. So a lot of people, you guys, that's been the problem the whole time. Now here's the catch. How do you tell them that? And they're people. So, but the problem is they're missing part of their soul. That's why they kill people. That's why they cheat on each other. There's no morals. They don't believe in God. Things like that. All right. So I just had a whole thing. You guys, you got to trust me. They put this fire out. Look, it even got to that right there. It doesn't go any further, literally in a line, right down there. It's put out. There is no way. It was not even near as flammable through here. I don't know how they did it. This stuff's been done since the fire. Look, like this got moved into place. There used to be a seat right there. I want to try it as well. That was all these guys using the J's. Look, it's a seat right there. It sits right there. That dude really wants to hide in there. They put the fire out. You got to just trust me. Second time I've seen it. Well, they didn't put the first one out, but the guy showed up to make the evaluation, that's for sure. It was very scary. Remember, these spots are extremely important. And if it's humans' fault, look at that highway, you guys. Look, there's like, it's just insanely starts right there. Look at that. And we're going to go underneath that. Look, that's the Sasquatch Highway. Remember, I named that. There's some group on Facebook. I don't know who the guy is, but he's got like a lot of my followers there. They probably think it's me when they first got there. I'm totally cool with it, but you know where he got the name, right? If he didn't, like he's like, oh, I didn't even know who you were, which is a lie. He heard it from someone who got it from me. You guys, it can't be argued because it's documented, right? That's people start to talk before they realize, like, hold on a second, he filmed that 10 years ago. He had videos called that 10 years ago. This person was barely alive 10 years ago. So, it just gets to be a little bit amusing to see the world and that they're willing to steal, to take credit. It's the same with the what's it called? The police impersonators, the stolen valor. It's an amazing thing that humans are willing to take other people's glory. It's an amazing thing. Look at those military guys get really, really pissed when they see people wearing, if they're not in the service. You guys look at these pens. I'm hoping this ends up being something right here. Whoa, look at this highway. This is used always. Oh, this is it right here. How did this not burn to a crisp? They've been right here. This was all protected. You can believe it or not. Why the heck would I want to make that up and make you not believe something in my video? You have to understand, when you hear something like that, it's because it's the truth. No one is going to tell you crazy things unless it's the truth. Remember, I'm the best there is at this. Listen to what I tell you. I'm not going to be able to be here much longer. You're not helping me. I make well over 6 figures a year in New Jersey, and I have multiple options when I leave. I've been getting all kinds of offers from people. But I don't want to do that. I don't care if the offer was $10 million a year. Well, if it's $10 million, I would just go work for a year and come back. I don't have that many years. Look, I got to do this while I'm still, you guys, I maneuver, ride a motorcycle, and run up these hills like I'm 20 years old. And I can only do that for probably another 10 years or so. And I really feel like every day is wasting, but you guys won't help me. That path doesn't go anywhere. Look, it's just right there. This is where they're coming in, right here. It burned, dude, that's why they put it out. So what happened was, you guys, I figured it out, the fire. It wasn't like, it was just burning through like the ground here. And as soon as it got like right here where they're teleporting from their world, this is where they do it. It's one of their spots. They stopped it. So someone made a decision and they put it out. So it wasn't like they put out a giant forest fire. They put out like, it was just coming like right through this area here. So it wasn't a big area. That's probably why they did it. It was only affecting them, and someone made a decision. Yeah. That's how it works. You heard it here, folks. I promise you have my word of honor. That moved. There's incredible things I've done that you really just can't say it because the world, makes you not want to tell you. The world's not very receptive to amazement and beauty in God. They're anti-everything. What does it tell you? No souls. Over and out. Should be right there. I waved. This is a very special place of mine for a long, long time right there, for 8 or 9 years. You could never see anything like it. It looks like it's like flat. It's actually extremely steep. I haven't been there. I like to give breaks. Interesting. I like to give them a break. Like, just to show that I'm cool. I'm not going to be there, like, being too annoying. See if I can do that on my screen, because I can't. I really don't have much of a view through the trees, but I'll try. I don't think I can see the caves from here. You gotta go up higher. But here, you could see something for sure. Even something black, like walking up there. Here's the catch. They know. Because the dude is right there. Tells them. At very least, that's how it happens. By the way, that was done by a machine. All this was cut. Just it's for maintaining the power lines. Oh, look at that. Some clouds coming in. No wonder it's like kind of chilly. Ooh, then you see the real mysterious, the real deal. 14ers. Yeah, I wanted to mention to you guys, it's probably not the best time, but something I've been noticing is that as remote as I tell you I am, and as high up as I have to go, and as hard as it is every day, it's still not that far away. Like, you're in Colorado, right? So you're near millions of people in a sense. These guys seem to be around people. So even if they're 30 miles away, they're still around them. You know what I mean? I look at some footage very closely. I'm extremely skilled at it, okay? Without bragging. But what am I going to say? I have to get the point across that I'm good at it. So all right, I'm bragging, whatever. I'm not. That doesn't get you chicks. So I'm celibate anyway. I'm literally, ask Kelly, I'm celibate. I'm never doing it again. I have been absolutely, I've seen a lot of guys, it's like famous people too, saying it, like they have absolutely has had their soul sucked out of them by a woman. Have you seen that one that starts, let's say if something about if you're happy or no, if Satan can't reach you, he'll send a woman with an A in her name, in the middle of her name and at the end. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. Because my my only wife's name is Patricia. I was like, of course that fits. Do I believe? No, I mean, that's ridiculous, but, I don't know. Nothing seems to be that ridiculous. Remember what I told you. It's, you guys, some of the things that I'm enlightened on now, and like, I know some very special people in this world that you don't know, that are very secret, that work in national defense, that do incredible things. You just think I sit home and twiddle my thumbs. I have some very insane connections. One of my best friends I grew up with is a stealth pilot at Area 51. Not only that, he's a lead stealth pilot. Knows every secret you could ever. Actually, he doesn't. They only let him know. They call him whistleblowers now. He's like, I'm a whistleblower. He told me. I'm like, what? He's like, that's why he has a chip. I'm not supposed to tell you. He has a chip, and I don't care. Because I want the guys to come talk to me. Mark, can you stop mentioning? No, I can't say his name. I've said his name before. I think. Yeah, I have. Yeah, I did it out loud. Some guys like, oh yeah, remember? That got confirmed. I said, I have a friend in special NASA. Oh, that was a different friend. That's my other, same class, same group of friends. My other, just coincidentally, by chance, two like freaking geniuses. We knew they were, but my friend told I'll say his name, because he's disappeared off the face of the earth. And I was saying this like on a live or something, right? And someone wanted, I don't think they questioned me, but some late girl was like, I know I have access to the special NASA. If you're telling the truth, I will find out. So I said, his name is Tony Opowski. Within like 30 seconds, I forget the time, but very quickly she came back and said, yeah, absolutely. I said, see? He is gone, you guys. Not one person has talked to him. This is the guy, the kid, I'm not making this up, okay? He did all the bad stuff with us. He would do like bad stuff with us, like not much, but a little bit. Like we would do stupid things. He would do it, but it was always smart. Guys, he was like, I swear. He never really said it. We were too dumb. But we'd always noticed he had like an incredible amount of books. Like even in like 6th grade, 7th grade, he was like doing high school stuff. And then he just completely disappeared. I think he left before end of high school. I can't remember. Sometime around then, he was one of my best friends. Growing up all through middle school, like as a young kid and through middle school. And then never heard from him since. He knows. Remember, there's 2 now. Okay, dose. Trust me. Over and out. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're still here, something is special. Like, there's no way you could still watch this whole video if you're not, there's not something there. And I just think it's amazing. You wait till you see. Anyway, I was going to end it there. Watch this. So I had to show you the eating. So the few people that have watched this whole video, check this out. I can't believe I missed it both times. You'll see how it's just like secretly hidden below their seats. Check this out. Here, I mean, the timestamps, you guys, remember, I have an entire regiment of people. That's why people are so dumb that watch these. They have no idea that I have 1,200 people in a private group. I have the most timestamp people, the most people reviewing my video for them of any human being in the world. And if anyone was ever reviewing someone else's video, it'd be one of them. So, they're mine. No, I'm just kidding. Just mean like good friends of mine, like Michael, and they know what they're doing. They've never stopped. Every video I have ever done, they'll be right there. Carlos is the most credible because he's a professional cameraman. He's got the credentials to go with it. I mean, they're all credible, but like in a sense, you know, if you're talking to a dumb person, you say, well, look, he runs the big giant cameras, does like huge concerts and famous people, and not only that, but he can break down. These cameras are worth like, you know, $300,000, so he can break the whole thing down, fix it, knows every single aspect of the camera and photography, and he is the best at finding them. Carlos's timestamps are the best. Well, I mean, you know, all of theirs are, but like, he really takes the time to get it clear. Oh, that's the other thing, guys. If we can get those one of the things, energy overload. That's why we don't get a lot of likes there. People are seeing pictures, but it's too blurry. And they can't see. I know what you're showing, but they can't tell. So try to refrain from posting anything too blurry. I totally get they're there. You can send me the pictures, but what it does is it makes people not active anymore. They're like, oh, they're already in a bad mood from their shitty life, and they go in there like, oh, this is blurry. I understand. I've said the same thing. You know, it's just like, oh, they hid the eating. They hid it. Look. Remember, I'm only telling you and talking about stuff I could care less about. Because, well, I mean, I care about it. Like, I wouldn't care about it right now. Because I'm under their influence. I'm in this field. I had no idea. I was right on the other side of that when I came in here, and I couldn't see. It's insane. I told you it was a lot of them, you guys. Insane amount of eating. They're right here. So it's something I want you to remember, like when I'm doing this, is how they're all right here. I have never quite seen eating like this, you guys. This is insane. Look at the structures, the system. Look at the small arches in there. This is feet, like unbelievable amount of feet. They've been here forever and ever and ever. I mean, that'd be like 20, 30 dump trucks. It's their fault that I'm doing that. I know sometimes someone might be like, why would you kick, if that's them, then why would you be kicking their, sometimes it's exactly right. I really shouldn't be. I don't know. It's this crazy, I'm trying to talk to the camera out of it. That's the only way you can really be there with this influence. It's like a security guard. And that's why you just can't over-evaluate me in there. I'm telling you, I have like, I'm inside some kind of, you know, energy field or something. Don't get me confused, or don't get yourself confused. I mean, all of these guys are surrounding them. They're here for the supreme. Remember, he is the minority, like beyond minorities. Okay. So what are you talking about him when really it's everything else? It's almost like, I don't know. I don't want to give a bad analogy. Look at this, you guys. Old ancient Eden, big footprints. What's up with that footprint? See, notice I'm not getting any noises and stuff right now because they're not worried about the camera filming anybody, because nothing big is in there. They're all others. You don't get to see them. They can be right there holding onto that stick, and you'll think you won't believe it even if you believe the subject. Be like, oh, it could be this. That's where you failed, unfortunately. We all have failed because you have. Over and out.
Again, remember, I'm ending that completely like zapped in there, so just never, whatever I say, don't take it too seriously. Like those kind of things. Thank you guys so much. I could keep going here. I mean, so I'll probably make another. I have a lot of like miscellaneous clips over the last like 2 weeks. I was thinking about just like, because I think some of them are good, and I just want to make like maybe a random video that makes no sense. People seem to like those. Thank you guys. Love you.